You might say Rick Koenigsfeld is the luckiest man in Marble Rock, Iowa, after winning $1 million last week. But as you're about to hear, that story is not as simple as it sounds. He joins us now from Des Moines. Rich, good morning.
Good morning, Harry.
Thanks very much for taking the time to be with us this morning. Now, what night was it that you got this lottery ticket, and how many did you buy?
It was on a Thursday night, and I bought one ticket first, scratched it off. It was a loser, and I decided I'd just as well spend another $20, and I bought another ticket, and I took it home with me.
Right, and you took it home, and did you scratch it off then?
Then I scratched it off at home, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing, so I had to read the back and turn it over a few times and look it over again. And finally, I called up the store and asked them if they could stay open because I thought I had a winner.
Yeah, I'll bet you did.
And
what was the reaction when you got to the store?
Well, the lady took the ticket, ran it through, and she says, I believe you won $6,500. And then she started yelling, no, there's more zeros than that. And it said $650,000.
Oh, my golly. This is such an interesting story because, you know, you get this amazing piece of good luck, and you're going to take a cash settlement of some hundreds of thousands of dollars, but it comes not so long after you losing your wife. Your lovely wife, who you were married to for 33 years, not sick a day in her life, and what, you lost her to cancer.
Yes. She was diagnosed in cancer in October 30th, and the whole family come home to be with her and tell her how much they loved her.
Yeah.
And we had a wonderful weekend together, Harry. It was a great time. We took family pictures. We enjoyed each other. But then tragedy struck. And I lost my son in a construction accident 3 days later.
3 days later.
3 days later. And from that point on, Mom lived to try to make it to when her daughter-in-law would have a baby because our boy and his wife was pregnant at the time.
Right.
And at that point, she walked every day, worked out every day in hopes that she'd make it to see the baby.
Wow. So all of this happens in a very short amount of time. Did you, you know, I don't want to put words in your mouth or even thoughts in your head, but when you realized you had this sort of literal kind of pot of gold in your lap, what did you think?
Well, that's when I thought that Mom surely had something to do with it, because the Sunday before that I bought this ticket, I went out and I planted all of her flowers. She had a bunch of them. And I worked all morning after church, and I worked into the afternoon. And when I got done planting her flowers, during that process, I was talking to myself a lot and telling her that this would probably be the last year I'd be doing that for her, because she always loved flowers. And later on, I went to my sister's for supper, got done, went home and started to watch TV, and I just couldn't sit there all night, so I got up and I asked a friend to go with me up to a casino up north, and I won $325, and that's what I used to buy those 2 lottery tickets.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, I think maybe the flower planting is part of the power behind that. You want to keep planting those flowers, and that little child who's born to the wife of your son who passed away, he'll have a legacy and some savings in front of him too. And I hope you figure out a way to put all that money to good use. Thank you very much for taking the time to share your story with us this morning. We do appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Harry.
All right, good to be with you.
A lot happens early on The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.